Good day everyone, I'm John Joe Bembeman from CJ2B1. The topic that I will discuss is post-impressionist painting to optical art. First, post-impressionist painting between 1885 and 1905, the post-impressionism was largely a French art movement. Impressionism emphasis on realistic portrayal of light and color, sparked the style, the scenes in the artwork in the place in the France. The name of art, potato eater painting, refers to the backlash to Impressionism in the 1880s. The Paul Sinage and Vincent van Gogh were in charge. Next is symbolism. Symbolism is a combination of form and emotion, reality, and the artist's inner subjectivity. Munch was inspired by a blast of sorrow when she created the stream in 1893. According to his journal, the picture takes on a sense of entrenchment of Amulus as a result of this alone with the artist's own life experience. Edward Munch created the picture of the scream. Much of his art reflects life and death scenario, love and fear, and feelings of loneliness. Next is expressionism. Expressionism refers to art in which the image of reality is distorted in order to make it expressive of the artist's inner feelings or ideas. The village is painted with dark colors, but the brightly lit window create a sense of comfort. Vincent van Gogh created the Starry Night in a asylum, looking out his window. This is the way that Van Gogh depicted the nature. The painting was the most famous of all the painting she did. Next is Jugendstil. Jugendstil is an artistic movement that began in Germany in the mid 1890s and lasted until the first decade of 20th century. It was named after the Munich journal Die Youth, which showcased in art nouveau designs. Next is Fauvism. Fauvism is a painting style that thrived at the turn of the 20th century in France to produce a sensation of explosion on the canvas. Poet painters employed a pure, vivid color violently and directly from the paint tubes. Next is Cubism. Cubism is an concentration on formal structure, the reduction of natural shape to their mathematical counterparts, and the arrangement of the planes of a portrait object regardless of representational considered marked this early 20th century painting of culture style. The painting is on display in Madrid Reina Sofia Museum, Gardenia, created by Pablo Picasso in 1937. Next is Futurism. Futurism was an Italian art movement of the early 20th century that aimed to capture in art the dynamics and energy of modern world. Futurism is located to Italy. Futurism was launched by the Italian poet Filippo Tommaso Marinetti in 1909. Next is the Bauhaus, building house of School of Design, Craft, and Architecture, founded by Walter Group in 1919, brought together the most advanced artists from the Germany and Eastern Europe and exercised a domination impact on art and design across the world that is still felt today. Next is constructivism was an artistic and architectural movement founded by Vladimir Tatlin and Russian in the early 90s. Next is Dadaism. Dadaism movement in art and literature based on deliberate, irrational, and negation of traditional artists value. The arts of the movement spanned visual, literature, and sound media, including the collage, sound, poetry, cut-up, writing, and culture. Next is Surrealism. Surrealism, the principal ideals or practice of producing fantasies or encourage and imagery or effect in arts. Literature, film, or theater by means of unnatural or irrational juxtaposition and combinations. Next is Abstract Expressionism. Abstract Expressionism is most recognized for large-scale painting that defined convention by removing the canvas from the easel and utilize an orthodox materials like house paint in the 1940s and 1950s. American artists such as Jackson Pollock, Mark Rothko, and William D. Conant produced a new kind of abstract art known as abstract expressionism. Next is geometric abstraction. A geometric abstraction is a form of abstract art based on the use of geometric forms, sometimes thought not always placed in non-illusionic space and combined into non-objective composition. The painting was created in 1965 and 1970 and is the last of major work by Barnett Newman. Next is optical art. Optical art is a style of visual art that use optical illusion. The artwork are abstract with many better knowing pieces created in black and white. Typically, they give the viewer the expression of movement, hidden image, flashing, and vibrating pattern or swelling or wrapping. That's all. Thank you.